my sweet souls. Welcome to Rebel Fate. I'm Christy, but here I'm just Mama Chris. This is a space where truth breaks chains, where love reclaims power, where your soul finally gets to breathe. If you've been told to worship outside yourself or to fear the fire within, this podcast is your invitation to remember who you really are. So let's wake up together. Hey everybody, Mama Chris here for another segment of Rebel Faith, where the world is changing and we are awakening, and I'm just here to guide you through for those of you that are feeling the onslaught of emotions and dealing with the past and doing some forgiveness, going in and doing the inner work. I just want to applaud you so much and tell you that you are doing amazing and that you're on the right track. No matter what faith you are, religion has nothing to do with it. Jesus has a great deal to do with it. That is my own personal opinion. If that doesn't resonate with you, I totally understand. But I personally believe that Jesus, Yahshua, was the perfect blueprint to follow in these end days in order to escape the samsara, the simulation of looping, so that you can just get out of this thing where we're just constantly forgetting who we are, the amazing parts of God that we are, and realizing that this is an illusion, that we are in a kind of a dream, and to wake up and realize that you were never apart from God. You never left God. God is not something that's far off in the sky that you've got to beg and plead to have in your life, or you have to go to a church or do any certain type of rituals with stones and candles and whatever. It's not outside of you. It's inside of you. And all you have to do is go in and access that. There is a treasure chest inside of you full of memories. Yes, I said memories of information that you forgot. And when you go within and you get alone and you just go inside and start talking to God inside of yourself, things will just start becoming clear to you. And you may get some, because this is a big part of the process, you may get some feelings come up that hurt, that are very painful, but they're coming up for a reason. You are a rocket ship. Pretend you're an energy frequency. You're a bandwidth. You're an energy being. And you want to go up. You don't want to go down. You want your frequency to rise. So if you're a rocket and you've got a lot of weight on you, how can you rise if all of this weight, this trauma, this unforgiveness, these feelings of fear and ego and separation and just disconnection, if all of that's on you, it's going to keep your energy down, and you want to rise. So as you take those things and you deal with them and you release them with love to God and to source, to light, whatever you choose to call it, you can call God anything you want. He's not going to be offended. She's not going to be offended. As long as you make that connection with this love source that we all originated from. You know, the reason why you groan so much in your heart and in your gut, you get this groaning, why when you watch movies or hear a certain song you cry, or when you see a movie like a couple, you know, they go through something bad and then in the end they make up and they kiss and you're just like, and it just makes you cry. That's you, my darling, groaning for home. Inside of you, this place that I'm telling you to go within inside yourself, there are memories. One of those memories that got cut off by, let's just say, beings that kind of hijacked this simulation, which was intended for learning and growth, we got cut off from being able to remember our true origin. That's what that is. When you feel that feeling of love, when you fall in love, or you see something that makes you cry and it makes you very emotional, and you feel that love, that thing inside of you, that's you remembering home. And there is a key that's needed to exit this simulation that we're experiencing right now as conscious beings. We came in and we forgot who we are, and it's time for us to remember who we are. It's in you. It's not outside of you. So when you deal with these feelings and emotions, and you're letting go of the fears, you're letting go of the regrets, you're realizing that it was all for experience, you're throwing the weight off of your rocket ship, right? And so your rocket ship is rising, and that's your bandwidth, that's your frequency. You're leaving the radio frequency of 3D, separation, fear, detachment, and ego, and you're rising to the 5D dimension, which is love and unity and home. You're going home. That's why they say in the rapture that the harvest that's going to happen, we're going to go to heaven, because that's what you remember, and that's what we look for all our lives, is that love, that unconditional love, because you know it. You know that love. And in our just trying to find it. It's like, I got to find the Easter eggs. I've got to find them. I've got to find that relationship. I got to find that job. Oh, I got chills right now. I got to find that thing that's going to give it to me. And then maybe you find it and you have it for a little while. You go to church and you get the goosebumps and you cry and you feel the love. And then you go on living and you don't have it for a while. It starts to fade. It's a nurturing. It's all a vibrational calibrator within you that has to be nurtured. This is why Jesus would go off to be alone with the Father. Even Jesus knew that his tank would start to run empty, especially when you're doing what you're supposed to be doing and you're living and leading with love and you're doing acts of service, not because you want something from it, not because you're trying to look good in front of others, not because, your heart's going to tell on you. Your heart will tell on you. You can't lie. It's your energy. It's who you really, really are underneath the mask of the ego and how you look and your job and your personality. It's who you really are, and you can't hide it. So when you're really giving from your heart in love, you're rising. And what really starts to happen, this is the best part. I'm so excited to tell you this, because this is the best part. Heaven is not a place, and neither is hell. It's a state of consciousness. So what happens, this really cool thing happens as you start to let go of the fears, realizing that all of this was a dream, an experience, and you start forgiving radically. You start forgiving those, even the ones that you feel like they deserve to go to hell. And let me tell you, I felt that. Like, I have felt like that is an awful person and they need to go to hell. Like, they need to go to hell. And now I look at the way I used to be and I'm just like, how did I ever think like that? I mean, I look at how I was before I became the new creation. And I look back on my old ways and I felt very validated, because they were murderers and they were killers and they crashed into the Twin Towers and they deserved hell. They deserved to burn forever in hell. And I have to tell you that it's not like that, guys. It's not like that. What happens as you start to forgive radically and you understand that all is for experience and that you're literally creating your own reality as you do those things, those weights get thrown off your rocket, right? Your rocket begins to rise. And where are you rising to, huh? Where are you rising to? You're rising to a higher frequency. What does that higher frequency look like? It looks like heaven. And that's how you start to have heaven on earth right here, right now, while maybe everyone around you is experiencing hell, you're in heaven. And people say, well, how can that be? How can there be war and awful things going on all around you and you're still in heaven? I don't know exactly what to tell you. All I know is that you're not experiencing that. It's very strange. Like I told you guys on one of the last episodes about me watching the hockey game with my friend Donnie. He's seeing these guys beat the crap out of each other. And I'm not seeing that at all. I don't know how it works. I love to get into quantum physics a little bit, and but I am by no means a scholar. But I'll tell you that they are proving that atoms and these tiny little particles don't even begin, that they're intelligent. And this intelligence doesn't even take form until it's viewed, until you look at it. So when they told me that, it really brought things together for me, because I'm kind of like in this whirlwind. These things are happening to me and I don't understand what's happening. And then I watch something, my guides will show me a TV show or whatever where they're talking about quantum physics, and something will tell me, and I'm like, oh, boring, I don't want to watch that. And someone's like, pay attention to this. And so I watch it and I'm like, oh my God, this is what's happening to me. Like, it really is true. As you change, in every moment, you have an opportunity to choose whom you're going to serve. Are you going to serve yourself, or are you going to serve others? And it's in every moment, guys. Every day you wake up, in your reality, someone's going to come at you with something, and you're going to remember my voice telling you, hold on a second. I can look at it this way. They're a jerk, and I'm going to go off on them because they deserve it. Or you can go, I'm not going to go down that road. I've gone down that road before, and it never works out. All it ever does is cause more problems. I'm not going to go down that road. I'm going to go down this road, and I'm going to say, forgive them, Father. They don't understand what they're doing. Or bless them. That person may be my enemy, and that person may hate me, but they don't know my heart. I know my heart. And I'm saying, bless them and help them to understand. If I told you that every time you chose the bigger path, that I would give you $100, I promise you, you would be doing it. But we go through our lives, we let our issues and our problems, they get in the way, and we start letting it take control over us, feeling validated in it. And we don't realize that we're creating our reality with those decisions in every single moment. So if I told you I was going to give you $100 every time you chose the bigger path, oh, you'd be all over it. But I've got something better for you than $100. I've got this. Every time you choose to take the higher path and forgive your enemies and forgive radically and lead with love, you are going to get something back for it. You're going to get a reality that's full of peace, that's full of tranquility, where you would normally go to a grocery store or something and you see people, hurrying by each other and just looking at somebody with disgust, or maybe an argument's happening over here, or someone's yelling at somebody over there, and like it starts to stop. And I mean this literally. It literally stops. And the more you take the higher path, the more your reality starts to shift, and it becomes very, very peaceful. And people smile at you, and you are being loved to them, and they're being loved to you. And this is the new reality that Earth herself, Earth is a being, the sun is a being. We're going to go into that too. That one's really, really good. Every living thing is life, and it's all a part of source. and the lies they told us about the sun. On my next episode, we're going to be talking about all of the deception that they've lied to us about, like from putting mercury in our teeth to staring at the sun, or the sun is bad for you and you got to put all this chemical on your skin to protect you from the sun. We're going to get on that next time. But yeah, you are literally creating your reality with every decision that you make. It's switching. It's switching so fast that you don't even realize that it's happening. But, and I have to tell you guys, I really, really like, sometimes you know things, but like it doesn't like sink in. It doesn't like hit you. And then one day you're just driving along, you know, it's like a verse or something that you've heard before. And then just like, dong, you're like, that's what that means. And this, honestly, I have to be honest, this literally just really, really hit me a few weeks ago, where I really understood the impact that every single choice that I make makes my reality. It shifts me. We're constantly shifting timelines. As a collective, but individually. So on your chakra system, your vibrational calibrator, this is what tunes your energy aura. So you have excuse me, plant. Sorry. Oh, you're fake. That's okay. You don't matter. I'm just kidding. So you have an energy aura. You have a Taurus field, right? And this Taurus field is what people feel when they come around you and they're like, oh, I don't want to be around him today. He's in a bad mood. And he didn't say anything or do anything. You just felt it. Or you come around someone and they're like overly like really excited. Hi, how you doing? And you're like, oh my God, they're going to suck the energy right out of me. I can feel it. I don't want to be around him. This is our energy field, guys. And we're understanding more with quantum physics and in this enlightening age that we're in, that is actually more real than our physical body, our physical self. And this is what gives you away. And so your chakra system, Earth herself is moving into 5D. We individually are having a choice. We can stay in 3D in our energy system, or we can rise and move into 5D with Mother Earth. And it's going to be unity and love, and it's going to be great. But these are the keys on telling you how to get there. So as you, like I said, go within, you release, you rise. As you rise, your reality starts changing with that rise into a more heavenly-like reality. So what is it going to look like for those that don't have access to this information? Or, I know that a lot of good churches out there are teaching this, but the problem is with many, it's going in one ear and out the other. It's not seeding, it's not planting. They've been going to church all their life and they're hearing, but they're not listening. And they're not allowing this information to change them, because I don't think they realize how important it is. They go on their life going, well, I could be mad at him, or I could be, jealous about her and what they have. And then they go to church and they sit there and they listen to the sermon, but it's not resonating anymore. It's become too, sermons they think are predictable, and they're not letting this very important information, because this information is what's going to either rise you into 5D or it's going to keep you in 3D. And if you stay in fear, if you stay in separation and hate and judgment and racism, you can get a good dose of that just by watching good old politics. You can get your opinion in there, and this person's right and this person's wrong, and that can get your frequency really, really down low. It's chaotic, it's toxic, and does that not sound a lot like hell? Because it does to me. That people that reside in those judging, the racism, the hatred, I'm right, you're wrong. Guys, come on. They're doing this. to keep us divided. It's time for humanity to wake up and realize the lies that have been being told to us and to come together in unity, not denominations, not different religions, but as parts of God, as a whole, to come back together and go, we're not going to stand for this anymore. We're not going to be lied to anymore. We're not going to feed the system, the beast. The beast, guys, the Antichrist is the system. It's not just a man. It's an entire system that has been holding us down. And it's time to wake up, throw these weights off of us, and to come together in love. The best posture you could possibly have with everyone around you is, I love you, but I don't know you. I don't know what goes on inside your heart. How could I really know you? Only God knows you. Only God knows your heart. Who am I to tell you what's going on inside of you when I don't know? And when we take that type of posture with each other, what starts to happen is a lot of compassion, especially when you see people being mean out of ignorance, being hateful, being violent, being just very, very ignorant. You are able to now look at them with a different perspective. And we've talked about this in the last podcast, perspective. Change your perspective from seeing that person as an awful person to seeing that person as an ignorant person that doesn't realize what they're doing because they're not awakening yet. And then what that does, because you watch my podcast, no, just kidding, because you're awakening, because this is starting to resonate with you and you're going, lead with love. Yes. You're awakening. It's like a ripple effect. And it's going to cause that person that's being awful, instead of mirroring each other with awfulness, you're showing love. And now that person is seeing love in you, and it's going to cause them to mirror love back to you. Maybe not right away, but you planted a seed. And I hope this resonates with you guys. As always, I love you so much. You are why I do this. And reach out to me anytime. It's always my pleasure. If you know anybody that'd like to interview me, yes, I'm getting started over here, and I would love to be interviewed. So if you know anyone, please do tell. And take care, be love, be light. This is Mama Chris signing out. Mwah. If this stirred something inside of you, it's because your soul remembers. You were never meant to live in fear. You were meant to create, to embody, to radiate. Thank you for walking with me today. This is Rebel Faith. I'm Mama Chris, and I'll be right here reminding you, you've always been the miracle.